Hello, hello, and how is everybody? Sorry I was starting a little bit late here. I wanted to start like 15 minutes ago, but I actually just got in the mail today. Sick, Alex. Yeah, no, it's fine. Honestly, I think it's just like a minor sinus infection or something. It's not that serious. Like the only thing that's bothering me is my sinuses, which is annoying, but I'll live. I might just sound a little bit stuffy, and I may need to mute my mic if I need to start sneezing or something. So if I suddenly go quiet, that's what happened. It's not just like I'm going full concentration mode. It's probably that I'm trying not to like blow out all of your eardrums by sneezing directly into a mic. So that's fun. But yeah, I wanted to start a little bit earlier, but I actually just got in the mail today. I was supposed to get it like a couple days ago, and then it just didn't show up because I think my mailman might have been out sick too. Because we didn't get any mail for like 3 or 4 days. And it finally all showed up today, and one of the things I was waiting for was a Hollow Knight vinyl soundtrack record that I ordered. And so I was kind of sitting here listening to that, and I was like, I got like 2 tracks left. Right when I was about to start streaming, I was like, I'm just gonna let these finish listening to these last 2 tracks, and then I'll get started. Yeah, it showed up. It's really cool too. Like it looks. Can I find a picture of this to show you guys? Because it looks really cool. Give me one sec. I took some pictures of it earlier. I literally just had my record player sitting on the floor so I could listen to it. So forgive my dirty carpet in the picture. But let me... Can I open this in a new tab? And then can I open this in a new tab? Yes. Okay, here we go. Let me go to here. Kill that. I'm going to turn the death counter on for this one, too. As long as I'm doing this, might as well have the death counter active. And then if I just go screen capture, yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. So there's one of the discs playing, and then there's like the actual like the second disc. They're both designed to look like the Void and Soul seals from Hollow Knight, and they're actually printed in full color like that, which is really cool. Like super slick looking. Like I mostly buy vinyls, like specifically because I like how they look, not so much for like, oh my gosh, it's the best sound quality available. I don't know how you could possibly listen to an album if you don't have the best sound quality. I just like good artwork and good design. And this had both. And it's got the Dung Defender theme. So like that's cool. Gotta love Dung Defender. Let me sort out why my controller cord is wrapped around my headphones cord. Like if I can do this without dropping it, we're in good shape. Alright. Close you out and then start you. Close you. And then let's get... Beautiful. Okay. We can see FromSoft. I'll throw the death counter up there. What are my buttons for that? If I press that... Sweet. Okay. I can move my death counter if I need to. Also, let's see how the volume looks. Hopefully the volume's going to be alright. Oh no. Is it not reading my controller? What if we do the cheeky one white disc with the record tape being in the middle? Yeah, no, it was super weird. I actually have never seen seen a vinyl done like that before. Apparently it's a thing you can do. Oh no, why is this not... Oh, you know what? I know why nothing's been feckin' working. What if I press this button? Hold up. I think I know why none of my... I'm an idiot. Remember the other day, Ghosty, when I was like, man, my controller sure isn't working and I cannot get Dark Souls to play. And I had to do a bunch of stupid goofing around to get it to work? I have my flight stick plugged in for Elite Dangerous. And that's technically a controller, and I bet you it's reading that as the primary controller. And not accepting input from my actual... Yeah, that's it. That was the problem. I just had to unplug my flight stick. We're good to go. Alright. So Return to Drangleic. This is another community event where they are trying to get as many people online playing any version of Dark Souls 2 available, just to get the community a little bit more active and the online stuff functioning a little bit better, which is particularly nice because the last time I streamed this was about a year ago, when they brought the servers back online after they'd been offline for about a year. There was a while where we weren't sure if this was ever coming back. So having the online available is quite nice. So if you happen to own a copy of Dark Souls 2, this is a good week to play it. And we're just going to start a new character, do a playthrough, mess around a bit. I think I'm going to try to do like as much of a full playthrough as I can. I know the game reasonably well.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land.
This is very quiet.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Okay, and we're back in. Also, we good. My monitor like flicked off for a second there on my second monitor. It seemed that it was all like staticky when it came back. It seems to be fine now. I think the like splitter connector that I use for connecting my second monitor maybe not the greatest is possibly my problem. Might want to look into buying a new one. That's okay, we're getting a new computer soon. Figure it out. Figure it out when that comes around. Alright, and welcome. Oh my gosh, we've already got phantoms floating around here. Beautiful. Just fantastic. Alright, starting out Dark Souls 2 compared to Dark Souls 1, which I've been playing a little bit of recently. Few changes. Control scheme's a little different. You might notice my health bar up there in the upper left is at half health. That is a new thing they changed from Dark Souls 1. When you are in hollow state in this one, you actually lose max health. So when I'm all beef jerkied, my health goes down. We do need to work our way through the tutorial area here a little bit, because you may have noticed we haven't actually created a character yet. They bumped me in, but I haven't designed anything about who I am as a person. Can I actually, like... One sec. Can I, like... Yeah, okay, so I can look at my zombie self. This is a little interesting that you can see this, actually, considering that I haven't created a character yet. Game is divisive in the Dark Souls community. Ah, yes, that would be putting it lightly. I really like this one. Like, this is one of my favorites, but a lot of the Dark Souls community is very torn on that. I think a big part of that was that when this launched, the non-Scholar of the First Sin edition had a lot of weird changes. Like, they changed and fixed a bunch of stuff in Scholar of the First Sin that improved its standing a bit. But the launch version was definitely a little rough. I've actually never played that one. I've only ever played Scholar of the First Sin, so I have a much better opinion of it.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
Am I winning? I mean, I've made it to the first thing without dying so far, so yeah, we're doing great.
What is your name?
I think we'll be fine. I actually streamed this one other time. I put my stream channel name in here for that. I streamed this one other time, like about a year ago, when they first got the online restored. Can I... There we go. I played for about 4 hours and I didn't die once, which is not...
You know your own
I'm not that
name.
good. That was mostly luck, but we'll see.
Here's your reward. For shame.
I actually set up this death counter for that stream,
It's a
and then I never ended up using it.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Okay, so we gotta design our character.
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Character creation is the first boss fight of the game. It might be. Let's start out. Class and gift. I mean, knight is a pretty strong start. I'm thinking either knight or warrior. Because I'm probably going to want to do strength for this to start with. Like warrior gives me 15 strength, 11 dex. This gives me 11 strength, 8. Oh, but I get a bunch more vigor. Ah. I'll have more health. Slightly more endurance, but slightly less damage. This does not start me with a shield. This does. I think we're going to go with knight. We're going to go with knight. It's going to be fine. Oh, wait, I got to take a look too. HP and adaptability. Yeah, we're going to want that too, because adaptability is one of the more divisive stats in this game, and having that start out higher is definitely useful. As for what we want to start with as my gift, I think I might just go with another human effigy. They're just handy to have. Well, do I do that or do I do life ring? It slightly increase HP, or I could do healing wares and just give myself a little bit extra healing. Let's do healing wares. When you first start out, you don't have a huge amount of like. How do I? There we go. Yeah, this will be fine. Build. What do we want to do here? I can make a skinny boy or a thick boy. We'll go with that. Physique. We'll give him that one. Face. What do I want to do with this guy? We'll go with that. That kind of looks like me. My hair is pretty long right now. Maybe we go with like this, and then I can give him like, yeah, like that. That'll work. I've got reasonably thick eyebrows. We'll go with that. That's fine. No. Give me. I'm gonna try to do something that vaguely looks like me. Beard. Scruffy. That'll work just fine. Kinda got the Keanu Reeves beard going on here. I think I'm just basically making Keanu Reeves. Oh no. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Tattoo. I don't think I want to give him a tattoo. Opacity, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Overall, age. What is this doing? Oh. It just takes a minute to update. Maybe? Okay. Hormones. What does the hormones slider do? Oh, it lags the game, I can tell you that. I'm not like 100% sure what this is doing. Oh god. Nope, that's just making him jaundiced. We need to we need to roll that back a little bit. That'll be fine. Form emphasis. No, that's fine. Color emphasis? What does this mean? I'm making him more sunburned. Apparently strong people are sunburned, is what I'm learning. Oh my god, that looks diseased. No. Put it back. We'll go to about there. cheek color. If I give him a little bit more, okay, that's a lot more. These sliders are pretty touchy. There we go. Yeah, give him a bit more shading on his face. That'll help. Hair. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Shape 1. Relative nose size. What? Why is that adjusting the height of his face? Why does wide versus narrow adjust the height of his face? Heavy drinker. Yeah, that red cheeks was really... Ratio of nose to forehead. This doesn't do as much. Okay, whatever. This is fine. Facial width. We'll go about there. Facial roundness. Yeah, this is putting him more towards Keanu. What is this doing? Thinking right about there. Alright. This is fine. I think we're not going to spend too much longer here. We'll just tweak these all a little bit. Oh, there's so many. Let's go here. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is good. More on the thin side, I think. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's doing good work. Chin tip depth. Oh, I see. Yeah, about there. Jaw breadth. Thinking right about there. Chin. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Eyebrows. Oh my god, you can do so much with this. I think I'm fine with this. I don't want to go too long. I could spend hours in this character builder. It's insane how detailed it is. But I think this is fine. Is this my true self? Yes, I am apparently discount Keanu Reeves.
People come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know.
Accidentally clicks randomize. Oh my god, Bethany, the first time they tried playing Dark Souls, spent like an hour in the character creator.
And trot along to the
And the Dark Souls 1, like the old Dark Souls 1 character creator.
Hold on to your souls.
Hold on to my souls.
To keep you from going hollow.
No, it's not the souls that keep you from going hollow.
Fool you no longer.
It's the human effigies.
You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
We'll see. I mean, death counter's still at 0. Nah, we're fine. But yeah, no, Bethany, the first time they were playing Dark Souls 1, they spent like an hour creating their character, and the options for exiting the character creator were, I think it was accept and initialize were the two options. And they went with initialize, thinking they were going to, initialize the game. But what that does is that resets your character back to its initial state. And they lost all of their work, and I think that was the last time they ever played Dark Souls. Alright, we're going to try something stupid right off the bat. There's a guy over here we can kill. I think he has a ring. It's probably not going to go well. Oh god. Oh god. Need to level ADP. I have no dodge. we're good. Can I get him to... Oh my god. The lack of dodge is just the worst. We'll get into what I mean by ADP once I get out of here. If you would like to be so kind as to fall over, sir. Nah, we're good. We're fine. This is why I picked all those extra healing items at the start. Oh god. Okay, sir, do you want to sit back down? If I can just keep him doing his little sit down, we're fine. There we go. Okay, we're good. God, just the worst. So yeah, one of the more controversial things in this game is the ADP stats. If I go take a look at my stats here, we can actually take a look at this. Adaptability. Raises various attributes to ensure one's survival. Boosts agility and various resistances. This was the... So there was a stat in Dark Souls 1 called Resistance, which just upped all your resistances, but leveling anything also upped all your resistances. And typically, you only needed to resist like 1 or 2 things per area. So you just equip a piece of armor that had the resistances that you needed. And it led to like... Resistances were basically useless. Like the resistance stat was like, you just never want to put points into it. It was absolutely terrible. So they tried to think of a new way to fix that, and their first thought at a solution for that was, why don't we just make it do more than just affect resistances, which is what we got here in adaptability, and it affects your iframes while rolling, and it also affects, I think, how fast you use item animations. So like if you try to drink an Estus flask, or like do anything else, that animation speed is actually tied to your adaptability. So early on in the game, when you haven't leveled adaptability at all, you just, like, don't have iframes, basically. 1 sec here. I want to see if I can... There we go. Oh! Good. I can't have my chat overlay on this. Good, good. Pretty aggressive boys have to start. Usually some hollow boys or something that can barely attack. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is not the area you're supposed to start in. That's like a hidden little optional side area you can go do. Which gets you that stone ring, which I can actually take a look at here. Yeah. Additional reduction of enemy poise. So this lets me poise break enemies easier, which is quite good. So, got that out of the way. We're fine. You may also notice I don't actually have an Estus flask. They start you off with no Estus, which I guess they technically did in Dark Souls 1, but like, you got it very quick in Dark Souls 1. What we do have are these life gems, which are a heal over time consumable. So you can go ahead and do that. Another thing you're going to see here, these torches. Can I read this? Yes. Bonfires, places of respite. You can also light torches. They were originally going to have a whole bunch of mechanics in this game related to light and dark, and you'd be able to like carry around torches to do stuff and lights, you know, open secret paths and whatever. Some of that is still in here. Like, for example, you can see there are a bunch of these little sconces through this area. If you light all of them, it opens up a little secret. We're not going to be able to do that just yet because I need to get the... I think it's a seed of a tree of giants in order to open up part of this. But there's a lot of mechanics. If you watch any early like demo builds of Dark Souls 2, there was a bunch of extra stuff. This is the game's tutorial. You're going to get a bunch of these little side areas here. Read the little stone tablets and it'll give you some basic controls, instructions, and ideas of how the game works. We should be fine. I'm not too worried about it. I am going to clear it out just so we can show off what this area looks like, and because it gets you some extra souls. Another thing to note, weapon durability is significantly more of a factor in this game than it was in Dark Souls 1. Elden Ring to Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah, for sure. Like when I was playing Elden Ring, it feels a lot more like Dark Souls 2 than it feels like any of the other Dark Souls games. Partly just due to setting, because this has a slightly more like the Dark Souls 1 and 3 are a very like dark gothic fantasy, and this has much more of a like traditional high fantasy aesthetic to it. which Elden Ring shares. Oh my god. Little bastard. But also the weapon variety. This game has an enormous amount of weapon variety, more than any of the other Dark Souls games. And just number of bosses, the way the map works. There's a lot of things that kind of tie back to Dark Souls 2 being a pretty big influence on Elden Ring, which actually was just talked about by Miyazaki. He was just doing an interview, and he was talking about the Shadows of the Erd Tree like launch trailer, and he was discussing like he wasn't actually particularly much involved in this one. I think he came back and did some work on Scholar of the First Sin, but the initial version of the game was almost entirely done by his partner, the other like creative director for FromSoft. I can't remember his name, who also worked on Elden Ring. But Miyazaki wasn't super involved in this, which was a big point of contention for a lot of players because it didn't feel like a traditional Dark Souls game. But he talked about how they went back and looked at a lot of the like design choices in this and whatever. And there's a lot of things in here that like, yeah, this just didn't. There's some mistakes that were made where like some of these new systems just did not work as well as they'd hoped they would. So, they didn't come back to those ones. But there's a lot of stuff that they were like, yeah, you know what, there actually were some good ideas in here that got, overlooked in Dark Souls 3, so we're going to bring some of that, concepts back. Come on. I would think what would be a very fun idea for FromSoft would be after they, do whatever they want to do with Elden... Right. There's one of the changes from Dark Souls 1. They changed the jump button. I forgot about that. In Dark Souls 1, while sprinting, you just tap the sprint button to jump, and that does not work in this one. That is your roll. Well, there's my first death. Can I... Yeah, let's change that. You can now jump while running if you want, but... Sorry, roll while running. But yeah, it's supposed to be clicking the stick to jump. But I've been playing so much Dark Souls 1 that I just instinctively was like, ah yes, just tap B. That's fine. Right stick to jump by default, yes. There we go. Okay, I am slightly beef jerkied. That's okay. I've lost a tiny bit of health, but it's not that much, and I'll be fine. There we go. That's foul. Yeah, it was definitely a change. It took a lot of people a lot of time to get used to that, but that's okay. No big deal. Dying in a Dark Souls game is part of the process. Come on. Come on. I was like, I did do a run, earlier where I played the first 4 hours of the game without dying at all. So, dying once in a while. Those are cracked red-eye orbs. I could actually invade people right now if I wanted to. That's wild. They also changed a lot of how multiplayer works for this. If I'm not mistaken, you actually can be invaded while hollow, which is significantly different than Dark Souls 1. Right stick being foul, not the beef jerky. Yeah, I mean, the right stick thing is weird. I think the idea was that it lets you dodge roll while running, which is nice. Like, being able to dodge roll while running could get you out of some sticky situations. But, it takes some getting used to. What have we got here? Everyone always likes to leave their messages here. There's always a million bloodstains here. And I never understand why. I don't know. I've never died in this room, and I don't know what kills everyone. Boss ahead, but are you ready? Guts ahead, weakness, thrusts. Be wary of tears and then death. Possible. Impossible. Don't give up, skeleton. Comfort. Hurrah for charging. Gorgeous view ahead, are you ready? Hurrah for light. Don't give up, skeleton. Armor core. Good luck. Real fight begins. In short, don't give up, and welcome to the hub world. This is kind of the equivalent to a Firelink Shrine area in Dark Souls 1. Majula, the little city we're going to be spending a bunch of our time in. There is a little secret here. Yeah, weapon ahead. If you drop off this little cliff, and then drop off here, Morning Star and a Cleric's Sacred Chime. So you can grab yourself a nice little starting weapon and a casting thing for casting miracles. You also get your binoculars. And we can head on into the town. We also get the lovely music here. And yeah, welcome to the Dark Souls 1 hub town. If you've never seen Majula, this is one of the, like, even people that don't like Dark Souls 2 are like, yeah, Majula is probably the best hub in the series. Like, it's just beautiful. It's really, really gorgeous. You got good views of all the other areas in the game. Like, we'll be going to that castle later. We'll be going to where you see that statue in the distance there, and that little castle later. We can head up here. Get a look at another couple areas we're going to go to. Now, one of the complaints with Dark Souls 2, we'll also get to in a second here, that little ruined cathedral out there we'll be going to. And you may notice there's no path that leads to that ruined cathedral. But if I just go through that cave over there and walk about, I don't know, 20 feet, I will end up there. Which is a big complaint a lot of people have with Dark Souls 2, is that the interconnected map isn't, like, to scale in the same way that it is in Dark Souls 1. Like, you can... There's some video game logic going on with some of this stuff, which is definitely a little weird. Now, what is this? Letters are worn beyond recognition. I don't remember what that is. That's something, but I don't remember what. There's another neat feature here. What is that? 595,754,205 deaths worldwide, 218, 221, 222. Whiplash going from everything connected to that, and Dark Souls must have been crazy. Yeah, that was one of the big complaints that people tend to have with Dark Souls 2, is that, like, the map doesn't interconnect in the same way that you would expect it to. There are still shortcuts, and you'll still find, like, oh, you know, this loops back around into another area you've been previously. That kind of stuff still does happen, but not as much and not as, like, cleanly. It's definitely a little messier. There's a particularly notable example later in the game where you go to the top of a windmill and you come out inside of a volcano. And there's definitely no volcano anywhere near the windmill when you're walking through the, you know, up to the windmill. Which is, yeah, definitely a little weird. Let's talk to you.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement, a place where life is almost normal. And in Drangleic these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden, and like you, I lost everything, and now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all.
Oh, he's wrong, though.
There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land.
Okay. I feel like he's supposed to give me a ring at some point.
And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them.
Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help?
Okay, is this it?
The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn.
I hope
If
so.
you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels?
Ah, there we go. Okay.
When you face
Our first
danger,
covenant.
the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Our first covenant. So join the way of the blue? Yes. This is a covenant that will allow you to summon in help if you get invaded. Enter the covenant.
That is
Fantastic.
a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence.
There's a partnered covenant called the Blue
The
Sentinels.
Sentinels
You can join later. It lets you be one of the people that actually, is summoned in to help people. But when you're first starting out in the game, they do give you a covenant right here. Gives you a little bit of extra help. I think you need to equip the ring for it to work. Does this work? Increases HP slightly. Oh, you know what? Let's equip it. Why not? Also around here, we've got Best Girl down by the shoreline here.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
The Estus Flask.
Go on and
Alright.
see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
I may level up by the power of the Emerald Herald. Okay, so talk to her
Bearer
again.
of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Hello?
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
Okay, so seek 4 souls, seek the king.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
Okay, finally, we can level up. Another change, you actually have to level up at her. You don't level up at the bonfire like you did in Dark Souls 1. However, they do give you the ability to teleport anywhere you want right off the bat. So coming back here is not a particularly big deal. What do we want to do to start with? I think we need to get adaptability up for one. The thing you're actually particularly paying attention to here is as you level adaptability, it increases your agility. And agility is the one that actually increases your iframes and stuff. It's also affected by attunement, so if you're going for a caster build, as you level your attunement, you will also just passively be leveling up your agility. You want to hit, ideally, agility around 105 is typically the recommended breakpoint for, like, where to stop leveling agility at, because most enemy attacks are going to be, they're going to stop. You're going to stop getting benefits as much after that point. So we're going to aim for getting agility up to 105 as early as we can, so that we're not, completely missing iframes while rolling. Real quick, light the bonfire. And let's gather up any other stuff we can get while we're here. There's a handful of other items you can find. I think I can just... Oh, do I have to go through this side? Yeah. There we go. A couple more life gems. There is another covenant you can join here. If you go up this little hill around the side, you might have seen this when we were over in the other area. There's a little ruined stone tablet here. What's this? Homeward Bone. Nice. Victor's Stone. Awe Stones and the Covenant. This Covenant, does it give you a warning if you try to join this? I don't actually want to join this. If you join this Covenant, it increases the difficulty of the game. It makes all the enemies have higher HP, do more damage. It's just a harder game. This game actually does have a hard mode. It is the only Dark Souls game to have an official built-in hard mode Covenant. There is the ring, the Calamity Ring in Dark Souls 1 that does something similar, but this one has a built-in Covenant lets you do that. Another thing it changes, in Dark Souls 2, if you clear enemies in an area enough, they will eventually stop respawning. So like after you've like killed all the enemies in an area, 10 times and then sat at a bonfire and respawned them, they will eventually just stop respawning. If you enter that Covenant, the Covenant of Champions, they just will never respawn. Enemies, there's like a finite cutoff point for it. Oh, let's grab this. Estus Flask Shard, beautiful. We've got back here an area I might recommend avoiding if you're a new player. These little pigs. Might notice they are surprisingly durable. And they will pursue you for quite a way, so we're going to back off a bit. Oh. Sorry, my nose is bothering me. Might mute for just a second here. Are we good? Am I going to have to sneeze or am I going to be good? Are the pigs coming this way? Oh god. Alright. Never mind. We'll just have to make it work. Play on an extra hard mode. We're good. They also hit quite hard, just as a warning. We're going to free cam a little so I can actually aim down enough to hit them. And yeah, these guys are quite tough. Ah. Miss. Okay, got one. Miss. How did all of that miss? Okay, we're good. Cracked Red Eye Orb. Fantastic. So I guess if you want to farm some Cracked Red Eye Orbs and really want to do some invading early on, that is not a bad way to do it. But if you're a new player, I honestly tend to recommend just don't come back here. These pigs are not worth it. They are quite a pain in the ass, especially for a new player. Let's also take a look at that weapon I got. Why can I not view the full stats on this? Ah, I see. So I don't have the stats to wield this properly right now. We need to get to 15 strength before I can wield that properly. That's fine. We're going to start by leveling ADP, then we'll go to strength. That will be totally fine. Let's take a look at the shop. Hello.
Hello there. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares.
I thought he was wearing cheese on his head.
I can really use the business.
Man, is this guy a Packers fan?
Be so kind.
Alright, buy item. Anything useful here? Some basic armor. Looks like it's the starting set armor.
I do hope I see you again.
Nothing super crazy. I think he's got a little chest up here too we can go raid. Yeah, beautiful. Titanite shard. That is certainly nice. And I think the last bit of interest here is going to be this house. We can find a cat.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, Suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchantée. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
Okay. She does sell a few items. You can get Ring of Evil Eye for absorbing health from enemies, reduce fall damage, make it easier for enemies to detect you, which can help for luring enemies out. The name engraved ring is notable. There is not a password system for the multiplayer in this, but when you equip this ring, you can pick one of, I think it's 8 or 10 different gods to worship, and it will make it easier for you to connect with other players who are wearing that ring and have picked the same god. So this is basically the, like, if you're trying to make sure that you and a friend can partner up in this game and are actually seeing each other's summon signs reliably, this is the way to do it. You both get this ring, make sure you equipped it with the same thing, and you should be able to see it. Ring of Whispers and hear the voices of foes. There's a handful of enemies in this game this works on where they'll have dialogue when you approach them, which they would not normally have, which they don't, not like a full, like, you can talk to them, but they'll just be like a few lines that appear on screen, which can be useful. You can also, from here, abandon Covenant. You can switch Covenants. You can do some extra, goofy stuff with that, which is nice to see. The original Dark Souls did not have that feature. You had to, like, manually go to the Covenant place to switch Covenants. They added it in Remastered, where at the bonfires you can just switch Covenants, which is a nice change. For now, I'm going to get going.
Well, that's dismaying.
Ugh. Okay, let's head out of here. I may not be able to stream for as long as I wanted today. My sinuses are really bothering me, which is not great.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter.
We'll make sure I at least kill the first, like, big boss, like, what's his name? The giant?
My tools in here, seeing it was vacant.
And I do plan to do, like, a full playthrough here, so we're going to be streaming this pretty regularly for a little while. I might be taking a bit of a break from Xenoblade, just because this is, a community event that has a time limit attached to it, whereas Xenoblade isn't going anywhere. So, probably be taking a slight Xenoblade break to play this for a bit. I don't think there's anything else we can really do here. There's a few options for where we can go. We can head through this tunnel here, which will eventually lead us around to that cathedral we saw out in the water. That is one totally viable option for starting out. You can take... Where is it? I think this leads me back up the way we came. And yeah, you can go through there, which is going to dead end pretty quickly at like a petrified person. If you have the Seed of a Tree of Giants, which you can get from a couple places earlier in the game, you can thaw that person out and that will lead to another area. The other option for going forward is kind of around here and down into this tunnel. And this is kind of the, I would say, intended way forward. Hey gosh, so many bloodstains. What happened? Grab this and let's keep going. I probably, you know what, before we go, my weapon durability is burning down pretty quick, which is, yeah, weapon durability a lot more of a factor in this than it was in Dark Souls 1. However, if you just rest at a bonfire in this one, it resets it. It's the little red bar you can see under my sword, down in the lower left. If I also wanted to put my... Let's get all my life gems and my Estus flask set up. Oh right, and I got that Estus shard. We should go turn that in. As you may notice, I only have one chug of Estus to start the game with. You upgrade Estus by, yeah, turning in the shards.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
This was a change from Dark Souls 1, like, kindling the bonfire increases the number of Estus you get, and then it's, like, tied to which bonfire you're sitting at. They wanted to change it so that it's more of a permanent upgrade as opposed to having to kindle each bonfire that you came to, so they gave you Estus flask shards. They may have gone a little overboard by starting you off with only one Estus, though. They kept this system for Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, however they, starts you off with, you know, more than one, and then you upgrade from there. So yeah, maybe a little over the top on that idea. It's a good idea. I like the idea of having, yeah, just a permanent upgrade to your Estus as opposed to the, you know, Kindle system in Dark Souls 1. Just the implementation had some questionable results. Which is a bit of a theme with this game. You'll see a few things, like the adaptability thing with the iframes. That didn't come back ever, because they're like, I get what they were going for, but it just wasn't, it didn't work. It didn't make the game more fun. It just means that, like, every character has to dump a handful of points into a stat that they don't care about, or just not have good iframes. And that's not particularly fun. Tying mechanics to stats isn't really what you want to do. More human effigies? I should potentially burn one eventually just to get myself looking a little more whole. But we'll be fine. Tough enemy ahead, be wary of Fatty. Yes, it's another one of those guys. Fun thing with this guy, if I just stay out of the river, he won't attack me. Like, he could clearly see me right now, but he's not going to bother me as long as I stay out of the water. If you go in the water, he is immediately going to have a problem with me. However, I might be able to just, there we go, we're fine. Can head through here. I'm assuming most of these bloodstains are that hollow I just fought sneaking up on people, because he's kind of like buried in the reeds when you first come through, and it's really easy to miss him and run in there, and he'll just wake up and like run in behind you. Very easy to get backstabbed. Hollow infantry helm. Alright. But right now, we're going to be just kind of plucking through the basics here. If you cross the river towards the end, towards the curve, you get your first little bonfire. What is this? I can't take this, let me out of here. Alright, fantastic. Welcome to the first bonfire. You can light that up. One system I actually really like with this, if you go to your travel menu, it's actually picture-based. You can see where you're trying to travel to, which I think is much nicer than basically any of the other Dark Souls games, like travel system. The rest of them are all like just a description, like it'll tell you the name of the bonfire, but like I don't want to remember all the bonfire names. Just show me a picture of where the hell it is I'm going. That's much nicer. Things I would like to see brought back. I think there's gonna be Archer across the way. He's gonna try to get in a few little sneaky pot shots. And if I just dodge around a little, we should be able to avoid him. I think there's going to be one more that dropped down off a cliff. Yep, there he is. Perfect. That went very well. It's like, other than forgetting the jump button, this is going pretty smoothly so far. This is definitely not going to be like a one death run, so I'm not that upset about like dying early on because I forgot the button layout. Especially if we get to the DLC. That is, that death counter is going to be getting some action. We can, yeah, just start chucking through this. Might notice I have a guy up top chucking some bombs at me here, and that's not too big of a deal. We'll just sidestep that for now. Go around here, clear out all these corpses. Oh. Somebody thought he was going to get cheeky. Okay, I already got this one. I was like, I gotta remember who's dead and who's not around here. Getting, like, surprisingly good item drop rates. You're still alive, right? Yes, as are you. As are you. As are you. I'm going to back up a little bit so that bomb isn't a problem. Oddball. Broken straight sword. I think that's a slight reference to there was a very out of place enemy here in the original version of the game, a Hide Knight, which we'll find later. And it doesn't make a huge amount of sense for them to be here, which was one of the big issues that people had with the original version of Dark Souls 2, that a lot of the enemy placement just didn't make a lot of sense. And seeing as how, like, a lot of your storytelling and world building in these games comes from, like, enemy placement, having things like that out of place makes a big difference. We're gonna real quick... Oh, what the hell? What the... I pressed the jump button. Why didn't he jump? Okay, that's fine. So all of my deaths are going to be jumping related. Maybe I actually do go back to the right stick. Because then it's more reliable. I think I might do that. I think we might go to the left stick. I think we might go to, yeah, click the stick to jump. It's because it is more reliable. I'm just going to have to remember that's how it works. Ah, well. Oh, God. And you can see my max health starting to tick down a little bit there. And the way to fix that is going to be a human effigy. So once we get to the point where I'm like, gosh, I need my health back, we'll have to do human effigy. Annoyingly, all those guys I just killed up here are going to be back alive again. Which is fine. I can just clear them out again, but... Come on. Thankfully, we're just, yeah, two-shotting these guys, so it's not a big deal. The hell? Alright. We're good. Got you. Oh, that's just an item. Right. Come on. Lure this guy back, and that should be it. Now then. Go gather up all my items. And then we'll see if we can make that jump that time. There's a little item off to the side there. I don't actually remember what it is. I'd like to pick it up. Ooh, human effigy. Nice. Oh, God. I've got plenty of life gems. Let's burn a life gem. Grab this, pop back down. Come on down here, buddy. Okay. Can I make this jump this time? Yeah, beautiful. I think we're going to stick with left stick. It's weird, but it is actually more reliable than just pressing the same button you're already holding to jump. And it means I'll have a more reliable, consistent dodge. Well, that's probably for the better. I'll just have to remember, when I start playing Dark Souls 1 again, that I don't want to be clicking the left stick to jump. And then you get into Elden Ring, and it's like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Just completely mess with my head. Okay, there's the guy that was chucking firebombs at us. think we can just real quick. Oh. I'll try to remind me. Yeah. When I fall off a cliff, that's why. I'm gonna blame it on that from now on. Every time I miss a jump in Dark Souls 1, it's gonna be because, well, why doesn't it have the Dark Souls 2 controls? It's a control issue, not a skill issue. Elden Ring's A to jump? Why is that? Oh, that's right, to do the... I think I might have actually rebound that. So I think on mine I do have it set to Y, because I was playing Breath of the Wild. And I like A being interact with stuff, and then Y to jump. Okay. I think I've cleared out everything. Everyone's dead. This is a super common thing you'll see new players do too, just to give people a heads up if they decide to try this game out. Very common to run up here and be like, fog wall. And you'll just run over here, and if you have not woken up and killed all these guys, when you touch this fog wall, everybody here wakes up and starts running at you. So you do want to clear that out. Otherwise, you are going to get swarmed, which I think is what our ghost friend there was just dealing with. It is not a fun time. Now then. Don't give up, skeleton. Trio, that is true. We've got some enemies up ahead here. Can I? Okay, they're not going to move. Grab this guy. Okay, we're fine. Still took some damage there. Which I think is from the lack of ADP. Oh, there's a trio. Look at that. There's a third guy hiding in here. Oh, man. Rip me. Okay. Hey. I see you. We're fine. Okay. Take it slow in here. Don't rush too far ahead. Oh. My God. Wait, is that guy dead? Sir? You gave me souls. I think he's dead. Why are my Dark Souls games acting up today? Dark Souls 1 was glitching out on me a bunch earlier too. What the hell? I've never seen that happen before. Cursed Dark Souls. Oh well. Yeah, you got this little fella up here. They can pot shots at you. You can just ignore him. Stick over here. He can't see you. You're going to be fine. We can again see that castle we saw from Majula sitting over there. Danger zone. Yes, there's a whole area down there we can go explore in a minute. Backstepping ahead and then jumping. Hurrah for rear. Yeah, they want you to go here. You don't want to miss that door. Which is a good thing, because there's something behind there worth your time. Because if you pop this door open... Ta-da! Bonfire ahead. And you can rest here. We're actually going to go ahead and travel back to Majula real quick, just to level up a bit more. I want more ADP. Need to be able to roll. That lack of a dodge roll is just brutal. Yep, seek less. You got it. Give me more adaptability. We're up to 90 agility. All right. Again, 105 is the goal. So just keep level on adaptability until we get to 105. So you mean by the traveling straight away thing in Dark Souls 2? Yeah, it's super handy. And you can just jump between any bonfire. That is literally every bonfire in the game, not like Dark Souls 1 where it's only specific bonfires. Also, this lady here.
Buy something. Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
What are you buying indeed? From her, probably not much right now. If you want a broken sword, she's got that. She does have the traveling merchant set, which is what we saw Domhnall wearing in, well, similar to what we saw Domhnall wearing. I think this actually increases your item discovery. Yeah. Oh, it's only the hat. Gotcha. So if you want to increase item discovery rate, so if you're trying to farm items, picking this up can be worthwhile for sure. She does carry, of note, Leningrast's key, which is the blacksmith shop back in Majula. We're going to want that for sure. Some more human effigies if you need them. Life gems, again, very useful. Bright bugs, which is inflict more damage and receive less. Very useful. Pharos Lockstone, there's going to be a handful of like little weird... We'll show those off when we get to it, but that's fun. Fragrant Branch of Yore, this is what I was thinking of. It's not the Seed of Tree of Giants, it's Fragrant Branch of Yore. This is how you cure petrification. So we're going to need a few of these throughout the playthrough. She gives you one right here. And a couple spells, Soul Arrow and a Heal, Miracle and a Sorcery if you want those right off the bat. Some pretty good stuff, honestly. We need more souls, though. So we're going to need to go ahead and get myself more... Do I have any... Oh, yeah, another change that was... Dark Souls Remastered fixed this, but Dark Souls 1, you could only use one of an item at a time. This one lets you pick the quantity, so you can just go ahead and, like... Oop, give me 3 of those. Use all 4 of those. Also doesn't close the menu every time, which is really nice. Now then, I want this. I wouldn't mind this. So we're going to come back when I have 4,000 for that Pharos Lockstone. I also really want that Fragrant Branch of Yore as well, but we can come back for that later. After you've bought, I can't remember if it's a specific dollar amount or a specific number of items from her, she will move and relocate. Oh. Beautiful. She will relocate herself to Majula, so becomes a slightly more convenient shop. There's also, I believe, an enemy, not in this room, but the next room that will sneak up on you. You might notice how dark it is up here. This is, again, when I was saying they had a lot of ideas and mechanics focused on using light and dark. If you carry a torch in here, it's a lot easier to see, would you believe? Oh, right. I can just open this one. I don't need to break this door down. And, yeah, somewhere up here. There he is. Another enemy hiding in the corner. We can go grab this. Small white sign soapstone and a radiant life gem. This is another change. Yeah, let me go show this off. This small white sign soapstone lets me leave a small summon sign. There are multiplayer time limits that were introduced in Dark Souls 2. So if you get summoned into another player's world, there's actually a time limit for how long you're able to be there, which can be affected by a couple of different things. I think your normal white sign soapstone, it's like an hour. It's way longer than you're probably going to need. This one is much less. I think it's like 12 minutes or something like that. And each time you kill an enemy, it drops like a handful of seconds off of that. So it's very possible that White Sign Soapstone's a small stone. You're not even going to make it to the boss. But the idea is, small sign soapstones you can use even if you've killed the boss in an area. So you can still summon cooperative help just for like clearing a tough section of regular enemies. which is kind of what they're designed for. You can go ahead and drop those anytime you want. There's a much wider level range for being able to use those as well. And yeah, it's just designed as like extra support help. I actually think it might also not apply to the normal like co-op, like the number of co-op players you can have limit. Do I want? Trying to think if I want to. Oh God! You little. Right. Forgot that I'd rested at the bonfire. Let me just reset again. Do I want to go... So the way forward here is through this. Or we can go explore this little area down below here. I think we're going to explore the area down below. Deal with this guy. Oh, you! Nice backup dodge. Oh my god. Dying here. We'll just head down this way. There's a handful of little items we can pick up down here. This was when we were coming through the initial way. Kind of ran through that passageway. You can kind of see where this leads to. It's also how you're going to get back out of here once you want to leave. If I just... we're good. Grab another human effigy. Grab this. Hey. No. Why would you lock onto the guy down there, game? I was trying to lock on so I could target him more reliably, and it decided to lock onto one of the guys down at the very bottom. Okay. I'm gonna need to remember how to do some of this. I think I want to clear out the guys down below first. There's a tricky little jump we can try here. Get out of here. But I want to clear these guys out first. Come on. Beautiful. I've got, yeah, a handful more enemies floating around here, including these big boys, which I'm a little concerned about, because if you get too close to them, they are going to be a problem. Come on. Oh, he actually gets a fourth swing. No kidding. Okay. We're good. We're good. Heal. Okay, we're good. What did I get off of him? A human effigy. Not bad. They do have a little attack where they'll just sit down. So if you get up behind them, they will just, like, sit on you. Yeah, like that. So, sneaking up behind them is not the amazing strategy it might initially look like. Because they look like they'd be big slow boys that wouldn't be able to do anything. Oh. But it's not, they're not quite as defenseless as they might seem. Oh, old ironclad helmet. I don't have a helmet. I mean, that's pretty darn good defense. Armor in this game, not as important as far as the, like, stats go. Definitely one of the best Fashion Souls games, though. Hey, Spooky Gamer, how's it going? Pardon me if I'm a little sniffly today. I'm kind of sick. It's not fun. But, that'll be fine. Ooh, I got the Hollow Soldier helm, too. Fun. Let's keep clearing these boys out for now. That gets me back up top. I don't remember if there's anything else important around here to grab. There's gonna be a sword, we can go get. It has some elemental damage on it, which is probably not great. Oh, wait. Can I even get into this? Hold up. Am I good? Or is this going to set me on fire? Grab that. Can I open this and get in here? Ignore the salamander. Are there any other enemies in here? No, I think I'm fine. Fire longsword. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to let him attack one more time, then we're going to get the hell out of here. Yeah, and then just get out of here. We're good. So yeah, handful more items sitting around here. What is this? Foot soldier shield. Beautiful. If I decided I wanted a shield, we've got some options available now. I want... Try to remember. Be wary of fatty. Yes. Confidence ahead. Yeah, I think you can actually make this jump from here. Boom. Prism stone. Hurrah for miracles. Hurrah for confidence. That's about it. That's about as far as we're getting out here now. Let's head on back down. We can loop back up to the top, back to our bonfire. We've gotten pretty much everything you can get here. There is a section you can get to up there from another area, and I believe you can get to the other side of this from another area later as well. But for now, that's about all we're going to be seeing. Kind of don't want to wear a helmet, because I'm going to be covering up Keanu Reeves' face. I think we're going to leave the helmet off as much as I can. And then, yeah, to loop back up to the bonfire, just drop through the hole in the wall here. And head back up this way. Oh, misjudged the range of my attack just slightly. Oh, I got staggered by that arrow? Get out of here. Okay, are you going to actually die this time? Oh, God. Right, Archer. Get out of the way. That's fine. We can just head over here, rest at this little bonfire, and we're good to go. There is another shortcut you can open up. I don't think I have a weapon that'll let me do it. There's, I think you have to have a long weapon. Try projectile. Don't think that works. We'll try it. Do I have a bomb? Let's try buying a bomb from her. Will you sell me one firebomb? I'm only going to try this once, but I think you have to have an actual projectile. Or, sorry, like a large weapon. And you can, like, open this up from the backside. There is a shortcut you can open later in the level. You're supposed to open it by throwing a bomb at some explosive barrels that are stacked up on the far side of this wall from the other side of this wall. But you might be able... yeah, it's not going to work. If you have a long enough weapon, like a greatsword or something, if you can hit the right angle here, you can kind of clip through the wall and just barely manage to crack that open. But we don't have the right kind of weapon to do that, so not a big deal. Let's rest here for a second. I want to buy the lockstone she has. Beautiful. That's about everything I think I need from her for now. And I actually want to swing back to Majula again, because we bought the key for the blacksmith's house. So I can actually open that up. I haven't decided for sure what I want to do as far as, like, builds go at this point. Yeah. Open this up.
Ah, yes, very good. Now I can get to work. But first, let me set up. Come again later.
Okay, beautiful. We'll sit here. That should reset him. Beautiful.
You, stand back. This is dangerous work. The name's Lenigrast. Just a simple blacksmith.
Majula is home. Oh, I know. This place is so
And you
chill.
Another useless traveler. A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Go on, show me what you've got.
Alright.
Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick.
What do we got? He sells a variety of stuff that we might want. Does he happen to have anything that I think would be large enough to smack open that shortcut? Probably not. It does sell Titanite shards, which is pretty nice. A limited stock, but still nice to have. And then, yeah, reinforce armor, or repair armor and weapons, and then reinforce armor and weapons. So we can go right ahead from here and start upgrading some of our gear if we wanted to. I'm probably fine with the sword that I've got right now. The broadsword is pretty darn good as a starting weapon, so I think I'm going to stick with that for now. Potentially worth taking a look at that hand axe. If I decide to put a bunch more points in strength, going over to the Morning Star is going to be a good option, because that does come with some bleed buildup, which is very nice. But for now, level ADP.
Don't waste my time.
We're going to be putting points into ADP until we've got, you know, actual ability to dodge. And a free short bow. Beautiful. You have anything else you can do? Emerald? We good? How much do we need to level up? 1100. Alright. Can I do anything with that? What if I, like, eat one of these? That was 2,000. Beautiful. Level up. Keep going for ADP. We can get it up to 92. Alright. Slowly but surely. I will eventually be able to dodge. I'll head on back and actually push into the first little bit of Forest of Giants. Well, first bit of the castle of Forest of Giants, I guess. We already did the first bit of the forest. Ugh. Alright, down we go. See, one boy coming over to say hello already. You there, sir, come here. We're fine. You decide. Oh! Close the gap in a hurry. We'll be alright. No need to burn an Estus just yet. Matter of fact, screw it. We'll burn a life gem. I've got plenty of these. Also, you are definitely not dead. Don't even pretend. More Soul of a Lost Undead. Can't get through here yet. I'm trying to remember where all the keys and everything are. I don't think I can get through this yet either. I think this is gonna, yeah, come back from the other side. Which doesn't leave us a lot of options, so our way forward for the moment is this way. And I believe, yeah, we're gonna have another guy laying an ambush. Way of playing dead. Try tongue butthole. Phenomenal. Ah, yes. A few more archers taking pot shots at us. Don't worry too much about them. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. You there, fella. Ooh, I was standing just a little too close. I thought I was far enough back that wouldn't hit me. Oh my god. What is this scrub tier gameplay? There we go. Speaking of scrub tier gameplay, we've got a mini boss coming up. Which was again another thing that we didn't really do in Dark Souls 1. They did this a couple times in here. Oh. Okay. Are you going to be a problem? Or is he going to be fine? I think he's going to be fine. We're going to have... Yeah. That fella coming over to say hello. We're good. Okay. How much of a problem is this going to be? This is going to be a big problem. We're fine. Oh, we are not fine. We are in a lot of trouble. We're good. Oh, I'm doing like no damage to this guy. Okay, I'm not winning. But if I can survive long enough, he will just despawn. Oh god! The item, the ADP, it's so slow. We're fine. Just keep healing. I'm definitely... Oh, that's so slow. Just step around to the side. Hug his shield side, and you're usually pretty safe. Now back it up. Oh! Oh, that's so slow. Okay, hold up. Bait and attack. If you could drink the Estus a little faster, sir. We're good. We're good. Okay. Just gotta get used to him. Don't get greedy. That was getting greedy. Oh, that was getting real greedy. Watch him. That's got a really wonky hitbox, by the way. That stab is brutal. We're fine. Am I gonna actually do this? Get him. Don't take that. Okay. Hold up. Oh my god. Okay, Scruffy. Oh god. Oh god. I forgot there were more enemies that appear after the fight. We're good. We're good. We're fine. Okay. Well, we killed Pursuer on the first encounter, which is kind of fun. Neat bit with that, he will actually not show up in his boss room now. That's it. He's supposed to be a boss later in this area. If you kill him here, you don't have to worry about him. Okay. Get this guy down. That pile of barrels right there is the shortcut I was showing earlier, where if you can clip through a wall, you can blow up those barrels, and it'll actually let you sneak through here. So we're going to try and blow those barrels up, if at all possible. Can I just... you can lure this guy who's standing up there normally into throwing a bomb into that and blowing it up for you. Or if you have your own fire bombs or your own means of blowing things up, you just need to blow up those barrels. We're going to see if I can get... Let's get a fire bomb. And blow this up on my own. Do I have any fire bombs at the moment? Crap, I don't. I don't know if witching urns count. Ooh. I could really do with a fire bomb. What I think we're going to do is we're going to try a witching urn and see if it counts. You know, I have a couple witching urns. Screw it. Don't test it on those. Test it on these. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so they just flat out don't work. Cool. Wasted 5 witching urns. Beautiful. I need to find a firebomb then. Where do I find a firebomb? Or we test if a strong attack will blow up these barrels. So what if I just do like this? No, that doesn't blow them up. Okay. I need a firebomb. I can get a firebomb from the merchant. We're just going to run back, we're going to buy a firebomb from the merchant, and we're going to use it to open up that shortcut. Because I want that shortcut opened up. I'll buy a couple, just in case I miss. Because I'm not an expert shot with these or anything. Just don't sit at the bonfire, because then it resets all the enemies. As long as I just... yeah. Lady, I would like to buy, like, 5 of these. Beautiful. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I want that fragrant branch of yore. Give me this. We're good. I was like, we killed the pursuer, so I have some extra souls floating around. I can go ahead and burn them on that. That is totally fine. And now... why did I just hear somebody drop off a cliff? Is there a guy behind me? Strange. Alright, let's get over to here. And then hit. Beautiful. Look at that. Now I'll rest at this bonfire. Phenomenal. That guy's going to be up there. Don't actually need to worry about him. No, no, no. No. The only level up at Majula, yes, but because you have fast travel unlocked, getting back to Majula is not particularly difficult. Like, yes, you do only have one spot to level up, but you can travel back there for free anytime you get to a bonfire. Ugh. We're gonna explore, I think. We're good. Beautiful. I want to explore this area over here. So we need to get myself down into that region and then go do some exploration, which is probably going to be easiest to do if I just drop off here. Oh, man. We're good. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm getting picked to ribbons. This is fine. Okay. Nope. No. 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 Pick up item. Grab thing. There we go. Yeah. Fine. Got another guy shooting at me. There's so many archers here. Let me just wibble around here for a little bit. Is there anything worthwhile here? I don't think so. Come back to that later. I want to go this way. Beautiful. Made it. And if we go into here, there's going to be a ball that rolls past like Indiana Jones. Don't get run over. It killed a hollow. Neat. Grab your human effigies. Don't fall for the trap. That ball just goes down in a bottomless pit and it'll kill you. We're gonna have that archer that was shooting at me to the left. Beautiful. And then we've got a guy here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
Okay.
Why cartography, you ask? Well, that's a good question. When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
Someone should tell that to Miyazaki. Like, more maps would be good. Elden Ring, I think, was the first one that they actually had a physical map in the game, and it's so nice.
I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No. That wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion.
Beautiful.
What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
Okay, so next time we're back in Majula, we can actually go stop in the mansion and open that up. Is there anything else I want to do here? Or we just want to get going? That looks like it'll just kill me. Ugh. So we want to go back out here. There's a few more items we can grab if I go exploring here. You're going to kind of have to do this loop a couple of times if you want to explore this area, where you kind of drop down here, run up this way. This will let you get back over to the area we were in earlier. So if you just loop around this, you can see there's like that house there you can drop down into. You can get a couple things, I think, through this inside of that. And there's some other items kind of tucked around here as well. I just drop down here. Yeah. This gets me... Oh. The hell was that? Okay, that was just a corpse falling off a cliff. We're fine. There is a fella down below here. Beautiful. Does this get me anywhere new? No, but we can get over to this. More Titanites. Once we decide on a weapon we want to start upgrading, we can start doing some work with that. I think we've basically seen everything there is to see here, and we want to head out now. And the way to do that is going to be up here. And then back across this way. And this will get us back to here. From here, I think I'm going to go back. We're going to hit the bonfire real quick. I'm going to swing back to Majula. We'll go ahead and check out that mansion he was talking about and level up a little bit more. And then we'll continue on down this path once we come back. Oh, God. I think the plan for today is going to be a little bit of a shorter one than I did the last time I streamed Dark Souls 2, is to just deal with the giant at the bottom of the forest of giants. Just because my nose is bothering me.
Is that a shard?
Because I'm sick, which is not fun.
To see light, however
Oh,
faint.
a shard? I have an Estus Flask shard. Oh wait, we got one up by the Pursuer. Oh, God. Fine. Okay, I can get up to 20 adaptability now, which gets me to 96. Just a few more ranks, and we can get myself to a respectable amount of agility. Oh, God. Yeah. I feel like how this guy looks. Maybe I need to use a human effigy. Maybe that's the problem. The mansion he was talking about is this house at the very back of town here. Now that he's given us the key, we can pop on in. And if we just poke around a little in here, we can find, yeah, a few more items, odds and ends. Pharos Lockstone, beautiful. Always useful. And yeah, back in the back here, map he was looking at. And as we kill some of the bosses in the game, particularly the ones with the big souls, you'll start to see little flames appearing on this map to kind of give you a layout of where you've been. It's not the most useful map on the planet, but it is neat to have. This is a kind of marker of your progress. There's also one entire skeleton. Almost killed me, but didn't. Get a human effigy off of him. Another interesting thing with this game, as far as mechanics go, is how New Game Plus worked. New Game Plus, overall, very similar to Dark Souls 1, makes all your enemies tougher, upgrades them all as you go. But there's an interesting twist on it in that you can upgrade a specific area to New Game Plus before you beat the game. There's an item called a Bonfire Aesthetic. I don't think I have any of them yet. Yeah, no. You could pick one as a starting gift, and you can use your Bonfire Aesthetics to upgrade a specific area. You go to the bonfire, you say Burn Bonfire Aesthetic, and it will reset everything as though you'd hit New Game, which includes allowing you to fight bosses a second time at New Game Plus stats without actually traveling into New Game Plus. And it will also reset any enemies that are non-respawning enemies, like that skeleton down there. He is a non-respawning enemy, and he is guaranteed to drop a human effigy every time you kill him. If you use your Bonfire Aesthetic here in Majula to reset that, it will reset the skeleton, allowing you to get another human effigy. Each time you go to a New Game Plus tier as well, there will be an additional skeleton. So on New Game Plus, it'll be 2. On New Game Plus 2, it'll be 3, and so on and so forth. Ah, man, I am dying here. I may actually just quit right here, because I am falling apart. I need to go take some more medicine and lay down for a bit. I am not feeling great. I would like to do more, but I think I feel like I'm just going to have a sneezing fit any minute now. And I don't want you guys to have to deal with that. So I think I may actually just call it a part here for now. Apologies for the delays on streams and stuff. It's been a little hectic IRL lately. We had a few people quit at work, which is going to mess with my schedule a little bit for when I'm going to be streaming, potentially. And then I've had some frustrations going on with mail delivery, and my taxes are all messed up right now, which is not great. It's been a little stressful. So I've been dealing with all of that. Apologies. I do want to try to do a more consistent stream schedule when I can, but it has just not been particularly possible lately. So the plan for now, I still want to finish Xenoblade. I'm not just giving up on that. I'm very interested in Xenoblade, to be honest. I wish I had more time to play it. But because this Dark Souls 2 community event is going on, and this has like a timetable associated with it, I am going to be sticking with this for now, just so that I'm playing while the event's going on. And then once we get through to oh yes, that's a good point. I should actually be human specifically for the event, because then I can see people's summon signs and such. So we'll try to stay human as much as possible. I forgot about that. We do want to be human. It's not just irrelevant like it normally is in Dark Souls 2. But yeah, we're going to want to stay human as much as possible. We're going to try to play through as much of this. If you own a copy of the Scholar of the First Sin on PC, or you've never played it, you want to pick it up, it is a phenomenally fun game. I highly recommend this one. And yeah, I'm going to be doing this not quite nightly, but pretty close to nightly. I'm going to try to be doing a lot of streaming, if I can, to try to play more of this. I am a little sick right now, so that may affect the schedule as well, just based on how I'm feeling. I think tonight, instead of doing Dark Souls, I want to take a look at the new Power Wash Simulator DLC that's coming out. They are releasing a Warhammer 40,000 Power Wash Sim DLC, and I'm very excited for that, because I actually own most of the models that it looks like we're going to be washing, so I'm looking forward to playing around with that a little bit. And then the day after is when the Dark Forces remake comes out. So I want to take a look at that when that comes out, assuming that I'm not, like, horribly dying. We'll be taking a look at that. But for now, I think just because I am about to go, like, having a massive sneezing fit, or, like, take some more medicine or whatever, I'm going to call it a part here and let people find their own way so that I can go and rest up for a bit. Yeah, I hope so. It's really annoying. It's like, I don't have any, like, sore throat, and I don't have any body aches, and I don't really have a fever, and like nothing else is wrong with me. I think it might just be a sinus infection, honestly, but it's really annoying because it's making me constantly want to sneeze, and like, yeah, my nose is constantly running, and I just sound a little stuffy, and it's just not a great deal of fun, which is frustrating for streaming. So apologies for that if I've been a little sniffly today, a little stuffy sounding. That's what's going on, and I'm going to go try to rest up some more to hopefully help recover from that as soon as possible, so that I can get back to a more regular streaming schedule. I feel like this in January, like early May with similar symptoms. Ugh, that sucks. Hopefully I'm not sick for that long. I'm hoping it'll be a short-term illness. It started like 3 days ago, so we'll see how we're doing. But I'm gonna go lay down for now. I think I'm actually gonna for some more like what I've been up to in my free time. I've been watching Digimon Adventure, season 1, the old original Digimon show. So I think I'm gonna go lay down and watch that for a little bit, just relax, and then we'll take a look at that Power Wash DLC tonight, and then do the Dark Forces remaster tomorrow night, and then I'll be back with more. Oh, I just noticed I have hit 66.6 hours of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on Steam. Phenomenal. Okay, this is the time to quit then. You gotta quit now while I'm at the magic number. Alright. We're gonna head out. I will see you guys all next time. Take care for now, and I hope you're all doing well. And hopefully I will be feeling a bit better tonight. I'm gonna pretty much just sleep and watch Digimon for the next God knows how many hours. But yeah, bye for now.